Hi there, Colma here from Savannah Wellness. Today I'm going to share with you emotional stress release technique. This is an amazing technique for helping to combat any feelings of anxiety or stress. So when you're panicking about something that's coming up or just feeling anxious or stressed, and we are going to interrupt the fight or flight response that usually happens when people are anxious or nervous. So the physiological series of events that would usually take place would be things like sweating or palpitations, racing heart, nervous tummy. All of these things can be interrupted. And when we interrupt the fight or flight response, we will actually be healthier, because it's not very healthy on the body to be constantly in fight or flight mode. So this is a great thing to try regularly when you find yourself anxious. And how we do it is we find our neurovascular points. They're on the forehead, and these points, we are going to hold them to help interrupt that fight or flight. These points, which are halfway between the hairline and the eyebrow and directly above the center of the pupil. So we're talking about here and here. And we lightly hold these points, just very lightly hold them. You can do it like this, or you can put your hand across the forehead like that. Just very lightly, making sure you touch those points. So while you're holding those points, very often you can sense you might feel a little bump, a little ridge there in the two spaces. But if you don't, that's okay. And you may or may not feel a pulsation. And this pulsation, while you're stressed and anxious, it tends to be different on each side. They pulsate at different rates. But when you're holding the points for a few minutes, you find they actually pulsate together. But again, don't worry if you don't actually feel that pulsation. It's not necessary in order for this to be effective. So if you're sitting in traffic and you're stressed and anxious, you could just rest your hand lightly across your forehead and nobody will know what you're doing. I suppose it's that old instinctive thing when people are stressed and they say, "Oh my God," but that's our instinct telling us that's actually a good thing to do. So I hope you find this useful. You can use it frequently throughout the day until you're no longer stressed about so many things. It is just stage one of the emotional stress release, but it's very effective. And I will be teaching more levels, deeper levels of the emotional stress release over time. So please do like and subscribe and share with all of those people in your life who you feel could do with a little bit of emotional stress release. Take care. Bye bye.